Mow Trappin podcast Tuesday. Got about a week for not about a week. We got a little bit for Christmas, man. What up to everybody? Let me cut this off real quick. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. What up, Jump? You Brand? Is it Jupe? Jupe? Jupe 734? Is that how I say it, bro? Man, Caesar going good, bro. Still out here working. Still out here working. Blessed, man. All thanks to the Most High, baby. So we back in here. What's good with the cat's paw? Hey, I'm broken, highly blessed, highly favored. Yeah, babe. Unbroken did a spoiler alert for y'all tonight. You feel me? So, well, I can't wait to get this show cracking right here. What up with it, Mario? What up with it, DS? What up with it, Cobb? Yeah, hey, I like that message you sent me too, Cobb. Yeah, I was out there freezing the day trying to do that thing. What up with it, Stripe Leader? What up with it, good family? What's up with it? Man, bro, I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna call you number 25. What's good, family? First time me seeing you in here, man. Welcome to the show, bro. What up with it, Smurf? What a snack set. Hey, let me tell you something, man. Will, funny, no cap, funny story. While a girl in there, right? I just got her situated, bro. So we went to the store, I bought her some gummy worms, bro. At 4 of them, she said, Daddy, come on. I meant to get my own bag tonight, man. That's funny you say that, man. Yes, sir, Cobb. That's what's up. I'm over here finishing up one, man, and bro, I'm hoping they send me these other ones, bro. They say I've been kind of slow, but man, I'm trying to get it done, bro. The weather permitting, weather permitting on some stuff, man. Man, another Tuesday though, man. Hope everybody been good. Still getting it in, man. I've been watching some videos, man. Even last year, I heard a few guys was talking about how they be marketing in December. So I need to get on top of that. I ain't gonna lie. I actually got over there. I got a bunch of Christmas cards. I'm sending out Christmas cards to all my customers tomorrow. I do that. With last year, that was something I started doing. I started sending out customers Christmas cards, man. Just let them know thank you because, man, without them, it's no us. So and man, those little Christmas cards. Let me tell you, man. When somebody get one, man, and you get that text back, you just don't know. Something like a little Christmas card can light somebody up, man. Real talk. Got about one more minute. We're gonna get it cracking, man. Back in here another night. Next year I'm gonna start stretching it out, man, to back online. I mean, I said back online, back on the IG too. When I get unbanned, they still got me banned on the live to the 23rd of next year. It's crazy. It is crazy. Get about one more minute, man. We get it cracking. It's been cold out there though. It has been a cold ass week, man. Help everybody been staying warm. It's been very cold. Yeah, yeah. That rain and cold. Yeah, that rain and cold been slowing me down, man. I was in Louisville this past weekend, man. It was 0 degrees. So, but man, let's go and get it cracking. It's Mow Trappin podcast. Another Tuesday night. Boneyard Lawn Service solo operator down here in Paducah, Kentucky. Getting it in, man, and trying to strategize, try to get everything, make everything much as efficient as I can. And man, I'm gonna tell you a lot of the business and stuff that I've been checking out. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna be able to get implemented as your business coming up soon with this AI. So man, y'all stay on the lookout. And if I was y'all, man, you get the little free time, man. Every chance I get, I'll be checking out, videos on how to integrate AI into my business. It's gonna be like you don't want to get left out. Telling you. So But this past week, man, with me, had to go to Louisville, man. Had to go to when I was up at the expo. I ended up having a one of my aunts, man. My great aunts was sick up there, and she ended up passing. So I was in Louisville this past weekend with some family, man, and we got line curve, but it's life outside of line curve, man. And just like Thanksgiving, I'll talk right after that episode about how I enjoyed having time with my friends and family. Me and my family had a great time this past weekend, a real good time. I enjoyed myself. And man, it's just man, moments, man. Live in the moment. Try not to think about the stuff that went on yesterday, man, and try not to put nothing too much on the future. Plan, but live in the present, man. Live in the present, man. Don't let too much beat you up. So also this past week, man, jobs, man. Did did a couple leaf cleanups last week. I'm actually working on a property now. Went out this morning. I was cleaning on it. I had to come back, man. I worked on it for a minute. I got the leaves up in the front of the yard. Man, it said 48, but the thing said 34 is what the temperature felt like. So did as much as I can. I'm going back tomorrow. I got some bushes to do on that property. Uh Finish up a cleanup. We got some pressure washing coming when the weather warms up on this property. So this was going on this past week, and also estimates, man. I've been trying to use the live switch app. So a lot of people they're still shaky on you being able to do an estimate without being on the property. And so I'm riding the properties doing estimates, and y'all know how it goes. You might land some, you might not land some. It's just how it go. And shout out to Gibson a long time ago. He's talking about how he's getting estimates. You know what I'm saying? Estimate prices. And I've heard it from a couple other people. And I talk about it because a lot of people give pushback when you talk about estimate prices. And I'm looking at it almost the same as if when I first started speaking on card on file. I remember one day I was sitting back and I was sitting with a group of guys just here locally with me. You feel me? And they was sitting there talking, and I was telling them, how I was about to switch my business up to card on file. How I got, just tired of chasing money, man. I would get off, I would get done mowing, I would get done with a property. Someone would call me and say I just got home after you done mowed a full day. So, we probably all done been through them steps. But anyway, man, I was telling people how I wanted to go card on file, and it was so many people told me I could get it. Man, ever since I switched to card on file, I probably had pushback. Man, I'm telling you, it's maybe in 5 customers, maybe 5. And that's like, I'm speaking high on 5. I'm thinking like 3 to 4 for real. I ain't never had pushback on it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm kind of feeling the same way with these estimates. People that are serious, they're gonna take you serious about an estimate. And I've went out and got estimate price on jobs that now I won't say I did it on all lawn jobs, but I've had a couple times when people hit me up for hardscape that I didn't do. And I charged the estimate on it. And I had somebody hit me one time. He wanted a side job. And I went out and I charged him an estimate on it. And they wasn't like mixed up about it or nothing. And so maybe a reason why I didn't land a job because I didn't know the prices for real on side. I'm trying to get the side, and I don't know the prices for real on hardscape. That might be why I didn't get those jobs. As far as the lawn care thing, I think I pretty much got that with those estimates, man. And I feel like I'm just gonna try it. I gotta run it, man. Uh Man, money is the oxygen. You know what I'm saying? Money like oxygen to your business. You feel me? And with no oxygen, you ain't breathing. You know what I'm saying? You need some money, man, to hire. If you want to hire, you need money. If you want to have the best of the best equipment, which is what you need in this to make it easy on your life, have the best of the best equipment. You got to charge certain prices, man. Oh, what else, bro? Best of the best equipment, dog. What was I thinking about? Hiring and just also buying your time back too. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, I seen a lot of older guys, and I talk to a lot of older guys who've been through this thing, and they tell me the stuff I'm talking about. Some of them tell me, man, do it. I wish I would have did it. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have thought about that because the customers I had, they would have did it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to talk to guys who've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna run it next year. I'm gonna see what's up. I'm gonna run it, man, because I gotta get in that truck. I'm out today. I could have some help, but I just don't even want the headache of somebody coming out here cold and be discouraged. Like I feel like if I bring somebody out right now, this weather, and have them on the job with me, and maybe it's just not thinking. Maybe I need to throw that out the window. It's stinking thinking. But if they can work through this weather and do this one of these jobs with me, they'll probably be ready to stay. But I can't keep them consistent work right now. I'm getting work orders that they're here and there. So and then I've had a couple people I brought out this time of the year, and man, let me tell you, I broke them. You feel me? I feel like, but I had one guy. I never forget. I had a leaf job, man. It was a cleanup, and it was a nice cleanup. And I never told him what I was going to, pay him extra at the end of it. I was paying him about a day. And I watched out at him at the end of it, but boy, he hated leaves after that. You know what I'm saying? Man, that job is huge. I got it on my it's on my YouTube channel. It's one of the biggest jobs I ever did. I think I charged 2,600 on that job. So it was a nice cleanup. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can't stomach you. I'm telling you, Will, man. Hey, it's this ain't for everybody, man. It just ain't for everybody. So we gonna get over to the news clip, man, and I got one that's crazy tonight, and this is even gonna go into some more stuff that's like part of the business that sometimes people don't even like. I ain't gonna say they don't take serious, but man, the money side, man, the money side of the business is a beast. So check this out.
For stealing $183,000 from Santa Rosa landscaping firm. A Petaluma woman accused of stealing roughly $183,000 from a Santa Rosa landscaping company is expected to be sentenced next month after pleading no contest to 2 counts of elder theft. Jennifer Sutton, who Santa Rosa police arrested in November 2023, was originally charged in May 2024 with 3 counts of grand theft and 2 counts of elder theft. She entered her plea September 9th. Sonoma.
All right. I'm gonna pause that because that little AI voice thing will put you to sleep. But anyway, here's what's happening, man. We got a bookkeeper here who's facing prison time. They done stole $183,000 from a landscaping firm. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of bread. 183,000. I'm thinking if they stole 183,000, this had to be over a time span, or it could have been a company, man, that's doing over $1 million. Like, there's some companies out here doing over $1 million. I'm pretty sure Santa Rosa's out there in Cali, I believe, and there's companies who might be doing that bread and they 183,000. So even when you think about employees and you think about your team, a bookkeeper is part of your team. An accountant is part of your team. A lawyer is part of your team. These are people that's part of your team. You know what I'm saying? A banker, part of your team. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you got solid people in those corners, man, and do your research on top of your research with it. Cause man, that's a lot of money. 183,000. Now they facing prison time, and imagine somebody who don't get caught. Like I know somebody here, and I ain't did the video of it. I actually got the video on my phone. I did an estimate about a little bit over 30 days, a little bit over a month ago on an apartment complex, and this what happened with them. That apartment complex was getting they were switching up everything because the lady in the office was getting kickbacks from the company and she was stealing. So this kind of hit home because this is something I just talked to a guy out that was at it. He said, man, listen, they had a bunch of stuff going on, a bunch of money was getting stole. He said, man, the budget's kind of messed up for us. We're trying to recruit. The budget's been messed up. We got a lot of tenants we've been kicking out. And the budget's tight this year. But I gave him my price, but it's basically the same thing. But like I'm saying, like when you build your team, as far as employees too, your bankers, your team, your accountants, your team, your bookkeeper, all that, man, that's part of your team, man. You want your team to be thorough, you know what I'm saying? From the top down. Like it's always gonna start with you. And the same way you vent a customer or vent an employee, which I ain't, like I'm about to figure this out with the deploy. I feel like I got it. I'm doubting myself on that deployee thing. And same way you vent stuff, man, you gotta vent it all, man. Because like you say, that money is a big part of this business, 183,000. Probably mess these guys up with taxes. Taxes coming up soon next month. So it's just something, man. Just keep an eye on stuff like this, man. So we're gonna go and get into it tonight, man. And some of y'all who've been checking it out, you already know who the guest's gonna be tonight, man. And this dude right here is so funny because like 3 years ago, I had reached out to him and I had peeped some of his stuff, and I'm peeping his pictures and stuff. And sometimes, man, you just watch that content to just draw you in. You like, man, that's fire. Me, I just love creating these videos and stuff. So when I was peeping him, I'm like, man, this boy is putting it together. You know what I'm saying? For real. And man, I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself, man.
Yo,
What up
yo,
with you,
yo, what
man?
is up? What
Man,
is
what up
up?
with you, man? Appreciate you coming on, man. Go ahead and introduce
Hey,
yourself, get the
thanks
rundown
for
where you
inviting me. I'm
from.
Gabriel. I run Unbroken Lawn Care, and we've been kicking it. Me and Boneyard been friends for about, like you said, 3 years. Just kicking it on social media and talking from there. And invite me on the podcast. I'm excited to get going.
Man, that's what's up, man. Yeah, like it's so funny because man, like you say, about 3 years, we had talked on IG, and I was like, man, we need to bump each other at the expo. And the expo, bro, it be telling y'all the expo be so busy if y'all ain't been. We didn't
Man,
even get to
it
see each
really
other the
is.
first year. So the second year we seen each other, and then last year we got to bump at each other. And so we gonna get into the other side, man, because I see you online and stuff doing your content thing. And like I say, man, salute to you. I seen your stuff been taken off. But man, how did you get started in the business and how long? When did you start this?
So unprofessionally, I mean, I've been cutting grass, man, forever. Ever since I could push a mower. So probably from 8 years old all the way until now.
Right.
So I'm 21 now. So what is that? Whatever you guys do the math, but 13 years, something like that. Anyway, I started professionally landscaping in right at the end of 2020. So around 6 years in the professional business. Anyway, I worked for a couple of companies and really was like, I can't excel to that next level until I really go out on my own. So I started Unbroken Lawn Care late 2022 and broke away from all those companies and just chopped it out its head and been like, I need to do my own thing. And so I started the social media thing, and man, I've been grinding ever since.
Man, that's what's up. So you say you worked for a few companies, man, when you
Yeah,
first started. So you
yeah,
said 2020 you broke off from them, but you went official in 2022, right?
yeah.
Okay, so
Or
2020.
no. So 2022, I broke off from them.
Okay,
But
okay,
I've been professionally landscaping, like doing it with a company instead of just mowing the neighbors' yards since
got
2020. Yeah.
got
So for about 2 years, I kind of floated. I worked with a guy, and we were in a partnership, and it kind of fell apart. So then I broke off from that company and started my own thing after that, just
got
because our ideals didn't work out. So I was like, you know
all right,
what,
so
my side of or my view of business is not what yours is, and so we just had to make that break and I had to become, unowned, unbroken.
yeah, got you.
So yeah.
Okay. So man, whenever you started off on your own, man, so did you like how did you start building your customers? Breaking off, starting on to your own. Because you said,
Honestly, the
go ahead.
biggest tool that I had was, of course, being that I had mowed my neighbors for 8 years up to that point, they were great tools in helping spread my name out there and different
Okay,
sources. But honestly, the biggest one I found is actually getting into those Facebook like neighborhood websites, getting
yeah.
into there and getting your posts up there. I use my photography stuff and just put like phone number and all that stuff on there.
Uh-huh.
But just getting it into whatever your areas, main cities are and posting there. That's how I've gotten, I'd probably say a good 50% of my work is just on those
I'm gonna
sites
tell you,
because
man.
it's
What you
neglected.
saying? What you saying that that's a guy we had on the show a while ago, and I remember like a couple years back. He told me we had talked off the scenes or whatever, and I asked him like, man, I see your customer stuff, how you grow your stuff, and he said it. He said, man, I was in Facebook, and I just got in Facebook groups. He said I was in my church's Facebook group. Uh, his wife's friend, I believe, had a Facebook group. And he said it just, I got in those groups and it started spreading. And as I was in those groups, he said people would take pictures of their lawn and me striping it and stuff.
Yeah.
And he said instantly somebody would just say, how do I get in contact with them? So that's crazy because I want to know that because there's so many ways, different ways to market it, man.
Mhm.
And so you got about 50% of your work like that. When you started getting your work like that, so we in 2025 now. Are you still solo? You got somebody
Yes,
with you?
yes, solo mostly. So this year my sister's kind of come on. She helps me out and works with me on like some busy days or whatever. I've got a bunch of landscape projects coming in. So she's a cool side character there that is really learning the industry.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. I don't mean to cut you off. You said your sister.
Yes, my sister. Yep.
That's the first on this show. Shout out to your sister.
Yep.
She's
a beast,
first.
man.
Wow.
Shout her out. Amen.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Man, that's crazy. So your sister, bro, works with you on some of your jobs. Go ahead, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I didn't want to let that go over people's heads because that's family owned. I love her in family business. Go ahead though.
It is, man. She's been such a great help, and she's the biggest inspiration. You know, the reason why my colors are teal actually is because it's her favorite color, and we've been through hell and back. So I couldn't have anybody better to have on the team.
That's fire, man. That is fire right there, bro. So what? All right, I've seen you before. One thing that I noticed that stuck out with me when I first started watching your content. I was watching you mow, but then I got to watch you do a lot of the landscaping stuff. You feel me? I watched you like make stuff around the mailboxes. You know, I watched you lay stuff around like you actually gave me one of the ideas too, like laying brick around like I believe it was the air conditioner. I think you said it one time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So man, what do you do? Like, how's your mix far as mowing?
So I will say, so my first couple years, of course, I was just taking on anything I could get. I was, you know, the mailbox thing was a great idea that I could literally, it was something that I could do that wasn't like timed with the daylight. So I could have the whole thing built and painted, you know, during the night. So I could make all these mailboxes during the night, you know, paint them up. And all I had to do is dig a hole and put them in the ground. So it's something I could still generate money even if the sun wasn't up. And so it was still one of those ways that I could get in the door. And so I did dozens of mailboxes just in, you know, you charge $300-$500 depending on what design they want and put it in the ground. But nowadays I'll say, you know, lawn care is my bread and butter. It's really what I've invested my equipment into. And so I feel like that's really the service that I target the most. Especially during the summers. Now I'll take on a couple landscape jobs during the winter, but honestly, you know, lawn care keeps me really busy with lawn care or lawn maintenance, mulch, and bushes. I mean, I haven't really had to expand outside of that ever since probably at least that first year. After that first year, I kind of cut a lot of that extra stuff off.
No, and that's real talk right there because you really figure out what's working for you and you doubling down on what's working for you.
Yep.
So yeah, that's real talk right there. So man, when you said the equipment, you know, you black and yellow, man. I see the right in the back, man.
It is, man. And honestly, it didn't used to be that way because I started out with just, you know, I feel like the same thing with a lot of us solo guys, you know, residential Toro push mower. And I'd saved up and I just had enough money because it was $100 at the time. I bought the Hyper Tough brand from Walmart. I bought a blower and I bought a string trimmer, and it was a combo pack. Anyway, I ran that thing until I could afford everything else. But I was like, you know,
hey,
that's it. It was making me money, so it made sense for sure.
Now, and you can see you put it back into it. So, what are you running now, as far as mowers, handheld, all that? And then
so I've tried a bunch, and I've had a lot of issues with different things. But right now, I've got a Right Standard I, a Right Standard X. And those both I purchased with my own money. And then a Cub Cadet Pro Series, which is their like commercial brand riding mower that actually won at the expo.
No, I remember that.
So huge blessing. Yeah. Praise God to that one because, you know, that really changed the game for me last year.
Man, facts. Go ahead.
So I'm running that, and then I'm running all steel equipment to everybody's disappointment.
Now I'm gonna tell you, man.
We got the fights, right? We got the fights.
Now I'm gonna tell you, man. I got my first piece of steel this year. I got my first piece of steel.
So we're converting you. What was it?
I ain't gonna lie, it's a pole sauce, a 115. I
Okay,
think it's the
I got you.
HT
Okay.
115, something like that. But
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, I like it. I like how it's quiet. And I ain't started it since I bought it to do a job back in May.
Uh-huh.
And I ain't started it since then. And I had to do a job the other day and I pulled the string one time and it started up. So that right there won me over. You feel me? So yeah,
Well, and
so
I can't express to it enough, and to the viewers out there, man, is just pick a brand. Don't
yeah,
worry so much about what you can. Pick something that's going to fit your budget that you don't have to go in debt with, and just pick
that,
something that Now, I'm not saying buy something that everybody hates, but just they're
yeah.
so similar, and they're all going to work for you. Just get out there and
Bro,
get the cutting. That the
man,
marketing side, I
the
want
game.
everybody to focus on more than the equipment or the logos.
Nah, that's some good game right there, man. Because what you just said with the marketing side of it, if you could just get the customers to get you on that property,
Doesn't
you can
matter what
learn
you
your
have.
numbers. You can go a full season and you'll have everything you need next season.
Yep.
You do right with your money. You know what I'm saying? You have
Yep.
everything to do next season. But I'm gonna tell you something, that right, man. I've heard good things about that right.
Mm-hmm.
And I even had one of the other guys from another brand. He told me, he said, man, I ain't gonna lie. He said, I never talk about another brand, but he said that right is the only one that I would get if I wasn't with who I'm with.
Well,
Man,
look, I got to give full credit to my brother AJ with Glory Lawn Care.
uh-huh.
Man, he's the one who literally, it was pure coincidence how me and him met. I don't know if you've seen his stuff. We
No,
collaborate a lot.
seen him. Yep.
Anyway, he was literally, I was servicing a yard just right across from him. This is how we met. And I saw it, and really what caught my eye was the fact that the mowers were yellow. The only reason why I saw the yellow was because of Chase, the lawn dude, that lawn dude.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I was like, man, I kind of got stuck on the Hustler game because I saw his videos. I saw Stripes. I was
Okay.
like, man, I really
Yeah.
want a yellow mower. Anyway, the only mowers that my dealer sold was Wrights. So I saw AJ had his two Wrights on there.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I stopped over there. I was like, I need your number because I need to know if these things are going to work for me. Because I had a bunch of issues with my previous commercial mower from a different brand, and it just wasn't working out. And so I asked him. He said, "Man, I love them. I wouldn't recommend any other company. Man, I've been running them ever since."
I'm gonna tell you something, man. You just said another gem right there. You said you asked them because you wanted to run them. And see,
Absolutely.
man, I'm gonna tell you, sometimes, man, that pride, bro, just for you opening your mouth, you know what I'm saying? And then you done fell in love with them. And
Absolutely, man.
I can't even see you I can't even see you next to another more besides the right. No,
Well,
for
like I
real.
said, just never hold too much loyalty or pride to a brand because
Uh-huh.
things could change and you go from there. But you know what? It wasn't just about the mower that I was able to buy, but the friendship that me and AJ started. Man, it's been such a
Yeah.
blessing just to have somebody in the area that you can call upon, man, and be like, you know what, today was
Nah.
terrible. I just need to vent some of this stuff.
Nah.
And
That's
me and
real.
AJ, ever since then, we've been talking. I mean, I call him 2-3 times a day, all sorts of stuff.
Now that's
We're
real.
great friends
Before
now.
we started this show, about 30, 35, about 30 minutes before we started this show, my dude called me because I called him early. I need him to help me with something. He said, man, you find out if the water was on over there, I gotta have him help me out with a pressure washing job.
Yeah.
So, like you say, it's good to have somebody like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Because he's actually gonna teach me with the pressure washing.
Yeah.
So I'm just subbing him the job, and I told him what's up. I said, bro, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sub you the job because you know more about the soft washing and stuff than I know. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, I'll just give you the job. I'll take my little piece, but you're gonna have majority, and I want to learn. And I'll sit back with you and your son, and you can teach me how to do it, and that way I can be able to use it for it. You feel me? And so
Absolutely.
yeah, so my dude gonna do that for me, man. And shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's a good gem you dropped right there. But another one I want to say too, what you said with your mower, is your dealership had the right mowers. They didn't have the hustlers. Man,
That's
it's
true.
good to have a dealership because, like you and AJ got that relationship, I'm pretty sure you and that dealership got a good relationship too by you spending your own
It
money on the
it, it
mower.
was. So what I'll say, which kind of sucks, is about what's this been a year or two ago. My dealer got bought out by an investment company,
Oh man.
and so man, it has been a headache ever since.
So
And
you're
so it's
having to
good.
basically,
It's
yeah,
good
go ahead.
because they're literally, dude. I could walk there. Like it's that close.
Oh
So
man.
they've got 10 locations in my area, like a different, all the same company. So they've
Wow.
forced out everybody else. So really, they're
So,
the only option.
oh man, hold on. So this is part of this takeover we talk about. So you dealing with? So was they like a small? Was they like a small mom and pop family company,
So they
or?
started out that way, and honestly, the owner that kind of brought it up was really good, and he treated us all right and all that kind of stuff. But as soon as those investment guys came in there and bought it all up, it's been a pain in the neck. And
So
it's
okay. I see
the
what you're
dealer
saying.
support's not great in my area. No.
Yeah.
So that's whenever I see
And
anybody, that's why I like, the Cub Cadet. It's a
yeah.
far drive, man. It's a 30, 45-minute drive, out and back. Or out and then
So
30,
it's kind of
45
like
minutes back.
saying the Club Cadet helped you out a little bit.
It did. It gives me a good, different dealer perspective, but it's just too far.
Yeah,
If a belt blows, I can't drive out there 45 minutes and back.
45 minutes, yeah. And I
That's
had
an
to
hour and a half gone.
See what you said out of the day. Yeah, that's a chunk of the day.
And I'll say I love my rights too. So it's a hard balance, man. But
what size are your rights you running?
So I'm running a standard I, which is a 36-inch, and then a standard X, which is a 48, and then the Cub Cadet is a 54.
Okay, so that's about to lead into this next one. What size properties do you because where I'm at, man, everything gonna be nice. This little job I'm doing, I'm surprised. This job today is like small leaf job compared to what I usually do. Everything gonna be like they nice size. So with you with a 36 and a 48, are you like small quarter acre?
Small, man. Small, like literally most of my properties are probably.
I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
You're good. My properties, my average size is probably 3,000 to 5,000 square feet, like tiny. Tiny. They're little cookie cutters, so it's great to have them like right next to each other, and that's why I bought the 36 because I bought it this year, and I was looking at my list. I'm like, man, I am push mowing like 15 to 20 of these guys. I need to get something that'll speed me up. And so I was like, and some of those are weekly, so I was just like, you know what, I need to go ahead and make that investment.
Hold on,
I did, man. I haven't looked back.
Let me tell you something. Glad you talked about that. You was push mowing 20 of them. You just went ahead. You already knew what your problem was and how to solve it.
Yep.
How much time was they cutting on them yards by you reinvesting into that 36?
I think so. The time is one aspect, but I think honestly the second part that I don't see many people talk about is just the energy saving, that you get with being able to ride instead of push mow. And so I feel like even if I don't save any time with this machine, I'm gonna be able to do a lot more.
Save a lot of
because I would spend days where I could mow 14 yards by myself with just ride mowing, right? But when I switched and I did, 2, 3, 4 push mow yards, I was like, dang, I'm only doing 8 today.
Yeah, the drain.
And so I think, I feel like that I'm able to have that longevity, especially as a solo guy, and be able to do more with the mower that I have.
Yeah, so, man, I'm gonna tell you, solo, man, you gotta be as efficient as you can, man. And like I said, another thing with your efficiency is those cookie cutters, man. Like, I would love to have the cookie cutters if they back to back to back to back. I'd love to have a neighborhood of just nothing but cookie cutters I could just run through.
It is. It's interesting because clients are so strange. So it's kind of like always a mix. You'll get some that are good condensed, and then it'll switch back, and you're like, man, I need this. So that's why I feel, especially in my area with how small the yards are, is just having those minimum pricings. Having a minimum of my minimum is 65 right now. You're just having that minimum of where I'm not gonna even come to your property for less than this, and it's really important with these small yards because.
Man, let me tell you something. Go ahead, because listen, I'm listening. You talking about you got cookie cutter yards on weeklies at 65 minimum.
Oh yeah.
I hope one of my guys is listening to this right now, bro. If you listening, you might know I'm talking to you. We talked about this, and I told you your minimum need to go up, bro. And he's going the same minimum that you said, and we got bigger yards. So your minimum, if you listening, bro, might need to go to 85. He's telling you he's getting 65, man. So, and I'm gonna tell you why you getting 65 too, probably. You do good work. You feel me?
Amen.
Your edge and the stuff be crispy. It be clean. It be precise.
Yeah.
For real. It looks precise. It looks like how it's supposed to be done. Every time you drop the mower, it look like the same job is getting done every single time. Whether
And
you
that's
target,
why
looks like
I would love, and if this works out great, if it doesn't, oh well, but I'd love to keep it family owned because I just don't feel like you get that level of care to the properties with employees. Now you can motivate them all day long and all that kind of stuff, but it's hard to get them to motivate to get to it. And
yeah.
so I just love having my sister I know really cares about the business, and it could one day hinder some things with growth, but I would just love it. One of my goals is just provide that space of a high paying job up front that can bless us all.
Now, fact, man, let me tell you something, bro. Listen, it's a good episode tonight, I swear, because that's been my thing, man. I'm like, I gotta get my price right just so I can make sense. Because I got 2 sons, I got 2 nephews,
Yep,
and I'm like, that's a crew.
it's time to
You
put
know
them to
what I'm
work,
saying?
right?
But I want to
Yeah.
be able to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? But this is me. I want to be able to have the best of the best equipment, like I said, and you got to be able to, it costs. You want to have top tier workers, you know, even if you can't just hire a guy and train him as fast, maybe you can go get somebody from somewhere else and come in and pay him a little higher because he actually has it and he wants to show up. Just the price to be able to pay a top tier worker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just those prices, and you still got to be able to do quality work. And I feel like when you got all 3 of those mixing in, you got the best of the best equipment, you got the best of the best customers, you can get the best of the best price. I just feel like that formula is gonna work. I feel like it don't fail. I could be wrong, you know what I'm
And
saying?
I can't tell you, bro, how many times like this year, paying my sister to help me out. I've seen her, repaint her car because she loves older vehicles, so she's got a 2003 Toyota 4Runner. So, I mean, it motivates me to see that the things that she's wanting to get done, are happening because of my business. So it's just
Your
been
business, yeah.
it's it. I mean, it's just so amazing, how God's blessed me to bless her. It's just inspiring.
Man, that's fact, bro. Now I want to get into this social media side of this game,
Okay,
man.
okay, let's do it. Let's open
Because
that can of
man,
worms.
like I say, when I first seen your content, it just drew me in. Because
Right.
I'm watching you do little stuff, and I'm watching you, like I'm saying, I'm getting ideas when I'm watching. I'm literally watching you do stuff that I feel like I could take the next day and use it. Like I watched
Right.
you one time, you said something about, man, I'll never forget, it was the fall going into the winter. And you said something about this is a good way to sell some jobs. And you was doing the little you was just taking the bricks, making like little flower beds and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now I was seeing these videos, but when I seen yours, it just hit different for me. You know what I'm saying? So what got you into the social media? And did you start it like as soon as you started, like broke off on yourself, start mowing? That's when you started the social media too?
So honestly, man, I've been doing social media so long. It's
Okay.
just been such a core part of my lifestyle. Being a little younger, I kind of was
Yeah.
brought up in
Right.
that social media age, and so having even huge influencers online and watching their content, I was like, man, I mean, it's a great way to connect with a community and also be able to showcase my inspirations, and
Yeah.
mine's being photography. But man, I've been doing photography and stuff, or video, at least filming videos forever. I used to do it for a martial arts place back when I first started.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's amazing to see how much I've come. I have to send you some of the old unbroken videos from back then. But I
That's
started
crazy.
that and then working my way into lawn care, and I actually did from the old company that I broke away from. I did all their marketing and stuff like that, and their social media posting, and then into mine. So it's just been growing and growing.
Man, that's fire. So that makes sense, man. The way you take pictures and stuff, because like it's so true. Pictures say 1,000 words. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
And you could take a picture, and I be looking at your pictures. I'm like, man, he got a photographer or something. And it makes sense what you said. I was like, bro, he is raw. And I said that to you a long time ago. But I'm gonna tell you one thing you did too last year. You know what I'm saying? You was at the expo, and you did it again this year. And shout out to you. And man, you like you say, you fearless. You got on that scaffold and went way up in the air, bro, and got
Yeah,
that footage, bro.
dude, man. It the funniest part about that, man, is so I know the guy who actually runs that lift, that spider lift.
Mhm.
Anyway, his name is Josh. Anyway, I was telling Avant, I was like, man, because they weren't wanting to let social media, influencers on their lift because they were thinking you were only making videos. I was like, man, I advertised a lot for you last year. I was like, just let me on the lift. And they're like, oh no, we're only doing it from this hour to this hour. Anyway, I finally went over there, and man, I'm telling you, it's the best view in the expo. But I wish people would understand, and I know there's a lot of bad actors out here in the influencer kind of world. But I wish it could be a big opportunity for them just to let people record it. I mean,
Yeah.
and so
You said just to let people record like they're like what they doing on a daily.
I meant just companies. I feel like this year at the
Oh, okay. I
expo.
see what you're saying. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like here at the this year at the expo, there's a lot of more pushback on us influencers to film and record and all that kind of stuff. And I feel
Yeah.
like it's just such an opportunity for them to, market themselves, especially for us. I mean, there's some bad actors out here in our
Yeah.
industry and other influencer industry that's, just doing it for their own gain. But I feel like it felt different this year at the expo. I feel
No,
just
no,
being an influencer recording.
you speaking because you've been there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So even too, like say with social media, man, because some guys, man, there's some guys, man, who want to post and they want to film and stuff. And I seen you at one time. Like I say, I think when I first reached out to you, bro, I think you had like 800 people or something like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
talk about how it is with the social media thing because posting every day, time consuming,
It
discouragement,
is.
the good
It
and the
is.
bad of it. Just drop what your experience has been with the social media.
So with
And
social media, I feel it's so easy to get consumed by it. You've got to put up those boundaries, man. You've got to be able to separate out, the constant being online and also, your family life and your business life. And honestly, I think I found a lot more balance in it. It's just post what you want to post. Don't worry about the follower count or the likes or the amount of views that you get because all that's just going to come with time. Be consistent with it and do the stuff that you like because anything else you're just going to burn out on. I feel like the mistakes that I made in the beginning when I started my social media journey was I would just, I'd post 50 to 100 stories and I'm just like, I need to post, I need to post, I need to post. And I'd be, it was hurting my business. It was hurting the family life, to where I was just constantly on there, constantly editing, constantly everything. And now I've kind of dialed back to, really regaining the love of doing it because I don't feel pressured to, keep posting 50 stories, 100 stories. I just post what I want y'all to see. And so I feel like if I could give one tip to anybody is just be yourself, be authentic. That's what people really cling to, and just do what you want to do. Don't post just to try to grow a following. Post because this is something that you want to show people that you really love. Show your work, show your love for it, inspire others is what I say.
bro, that's some good game right there for real because man, you will get caught up. It is discouraging and it is a lot of work.
It
So
is.
when like I scale back this year and now like you say, it's kind of like what it is. I don't found like a love for it again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And like when you're saying you posting 50 videos a day, just because like I say, I salute anybody who's trying to do social media, running a business solo, family. It's a lot. How much at your peak of it? How much was the social media sucking out of you?
Dude, I was so what really got me to, dial back is I had turned on like the what do you call it where your phone
The
records how much
timer.
time you're
I
on
got
it?
it on mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing it. I was like, I'm spending 10 hours on Instagram or whatever. I was like, dude, I've gotta stop. I've got to stop. I'm too invested in it. I've got to pull back. I've just got to post and I've got to leave it alone.
Yeah.
I don't need to see that, one person like that. I've just got to stop. So
Yeah.
it's helped me be able to do it more effectively than posting 50 times.
Yeah.
And I just think, if you can just get to the point where you're one secure enough where you can just post and ghost, I think that's going to help everybody out a ton.
Hey, that's a good saying right there. Post and go.
Post the ghost. Post the ghost.
Hey. All right. So this is another thing into the social media. How do you feel like the social media has helped your business? As far as like,
So
things
I
you
think
didn't know, like I watched, and now you like, dang, I watched this out of his business. Now I'm gonna put this in my business. How does it help?
so one of the big key guys that really grew me into the fact where I know a lot more about how to grow a business and all that stuff is actually Mike Andes. I used to think all these, subscription guys, and there's a lot of bad actors out there for sure. But somebody had sent me one of his YouTube videos about he does like business turnarounds where he'll go to a business and like point out what's wrong with it and kind of fix it in 24 hours. And so I just really got inspired about how he like operates and how he's very, logistical. That's one of the things when I used to work with the old company, there was like absolutely no logistics, and it drive me nuts because I'm like, we could be doing all this and this and this and this, and this is causing this asset of the business is getting lazy. We need to focus on this, and there's just like no like effort into like wanting to
Basically,
scale
like
it.
comfortable.
Right. Yeah. They got comfortable. And so I think, social media has really inspired me in that way in the information lane, just so immensely, whether it's been, how to fix equipment, like I said, with having a, bad dealer support, being able to change your oil or fix something on a mower. I mean, YouTube has been amazing.
Yeah.
And then, on the marketing side of things where you have, podcasts like yours and other people's where, you can inspire yourself and be able to get, the keys of the industry for free.
For
I mean,
free.
there's a bunch of free game out here that I feel people are too prideful to accept. How much, information I've got for people that have just been in it longer than me.
Let me tell you something, bro. It's so funny you say Mike. So last year, shout out to Mike Andes, and real big shout out to Mike Andes. Man, he had a free course.
I took it, man. I took it.
Listen,
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey,
Yeah.
now listen, bro. So you can be a testament to this.
Mm-hmm.
That free course is laced with game, bro.
It is, man. More than
like,
anything I've ever watched.
Bro, listen. And I told somebody, you can't just run through this course. It's gonna take you it may take you 2 weeks. It may take you a month.
I had to watch it 3 times over just to kind of get bits and pieces because he's got a great way of he's got a great style of how he's organized it and how he's kind of done it. And one of the big things he's done recently is really gear it towards a platform in which a solo guy can kind of build something big too.
Yep.
It's not just about you see some of these guys and they're marketed into somebody that's doing $2-3 million in revenue, and you're like, well, what am I doing? But he's been able to also take he also has that tier. But he's also able to explain that to somebody that's doing $100,000-$200,000 in revenue. A guy solo, one employee, and still you can be still successful in that area.
And I'm gonna tell you too, like you say, the pride. Sometimes it's pride. I don't know. I'm the type. I'm a sponge. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I didn't know nothing about nothing with the industry.
Yep.
Man, everybody for our social media, it just basically helped me take it to the next level. Absolutely. I had a hustle mentality already, but that only gets you so far. You know what I'm saying? Like
what do they say? You can spin your wheels in mud for 5 seconds or 30 minutes. The outcome's still the same. So getting on that solid foundation.
I'm gonna tell you, man, because like you say, Mike, with the logistics. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even understand cost of goods. You know what I'm saying? I knew nothing about cost of goods. It's another term I just heard the other day that I got it wrote down somewhere over there. I think it's SOBs or systems of it's whatever. I think it's systems of operation or something like that. Dude, it's something I got it wrote down. Yeah, but it's a term that I never knew. Yeah. But when I did my research and looked at what this term could do if I implemented to my business, and it's basically like it's building a system to where you got like McDonald's, or I'm gonna tell you like this. It's like everybody's here works some type of job besides doing lawn care, more than likely.
Yep.
So if you ever opened up at a restaurant, opened up at any spot, it's pretty much like a checklist of everything you gotta do before you get this store cracking for the day.
Yep.
And when y'all get ready to go home, before you go home, it's another list of everything you got to do before you shut this store down. So in the morning, whoever's coming in, you make it easy for them to open up the store with the same process. And so I'm gonna figure out the term and I'll drop it in a video. But little stuff like that, man. Like I say, this is systems, operation, procedures.
Yeah.
SOPs, Marcus Tate. Thank you, bro.
There
Yes,
you
that's what
go.
it is. That's
Thanks, Steve,
exactly what
man.
it is.
Steve
I did
saved the
not
day.
know the term, bro. And when I read up on it, I said, I have to get this in my business.
Yep.
Like, I have to. That's
Yeah.
like one of the keys to almost getting me out the truck.
No,
You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? Right there.
Absolutely. Because, you know, when you're
Standards
not doing the
operation.
active labor, you have to have
SOP.
operations in place where other
Standard
people can do
operation.
labor for you.
That's it. I didn't know these terms, bro. So, like I say, bro, I'm still watching YouTube videos. I'm
Oh,
still
yeah.
soaking them up. You know what I'm saying? And I actually even learned that term. It wasn't from a lawn and landscape guy. You know what I'm saying? I learned this from a guy running a whole different business.
Yep.
But when he said it, I'm like, hold on. He's a top level guy. He's ran plenty of business before. It's got to be something he's doing right. Like what you said with Mike Andes. Mike has started one business and has done it just over and over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
Like over again. So it's so
Yep.
crazy, man. But man, so 2026 coming up, man. What you I know I ain't gonna say New Year's resolutions because I feel
Yeah.
like every day should be a brand new resolution. You know what I'm saying? Every day you can change your work. So
Yeah.
2026, what's some things you feel like you can work on in your business, some of your
Right.
weaknesses, some of your strengths,
So I feel so obviously I'm capped out at labor. There's no more yards that I can, bring on without burning myself out. And I think this year I've really prioritized, getting the last few pieces of equipment that I'm really wanting, like this 36 stand on and just some other pieces. Like last year I bought a new trailer. And so this year I'm kind of focusing up on saving a lot, and just creating a cushion for myself that if something ever goes down, engine goes out in the truck, tire blowout, whatever it is, you have that cushion of savings to be able to, help you out of a pickle. So I think I'm really focusing on that in 2026. And then, of course, bringing on my sister and adding clients on top of that to whatever she's comfortable with. Doing that is another big goal of mine in 2026. Another personal goal of mine is, so for 8.5 years, I did martial arts, which was like really active, gym environment. And in 2023, I stopped doing it just because of some issues with instructors and stuff like that. Anyway, this year I really want to get back into, the more active, environment of where, going back to the gym and getting into that place just so I can get physically fit and feel better.
And just balance too.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fire, man. Cause that's like, that's good to know you got something outside of the line, Kurt, that you really like, you love doing that. That's what you love doing. And like you said, man, you got away from that and you want to get back to it. And entrepreneurship gives you a chance to open it back up, buy some time back, and get back into your martial arts thing. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's fire, bro. Hey, man, go ahead, man, and drop drop all your platforms, man. How to follow you, man, and everything.
I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube under all the same name. It's Unbroken Lawn Care. So any support that you give me, I appreciate it. And y'all stay tuned because we're still cranking it out, man. We ain't done yet.
Yeah, go follow, man. Cause like I say, I've been following bro for like 3 years, man. And I thought you was a little older than that. But I'm gonna tell you what though, tonight you dropped some gems and taught me a lot. You feel me? For real. So
I think that's the big key is, if you can get to the place of where you're open to learn, man, I mean, the sky's the limit.
Be a sponge.
I mean, it really is, because what I've learned from, folks like you that I met on social media, has taken my business to the next level. I mean, it really has. So, keep doing what you're doing, man. And it's working.
Man, facts, man. Appreciate that, man. So I'm gonna drop you out, man. Stay in the background, man. I'll holler at you right after this. But man, that's your boy Unbroken right there, man. It was a pleasure having him on tonight, man. I feel like this was a great show. Like I say, man, I've been wanting to bump into him. I reached out 3 years ago, man. We bumped each other. The same energy on the Instagram, same energy was when I met him. So fire episode tonight, man. Appreciate him coming on again, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in another Tuesday night, man. And go ahead and get the rest. I know everybody ready to get Christmas over with, man. I know everybody ready to get it over with, bro. Hey, get ready to enjoy these holiday seasons though with your family, man. And catch you next week. Mow Trappin podcast out of here.